how do you increase the frequency of weekly or longer term contracts, roles, opportunities in entertainment? Then the jobs that require more time, not one day, but a week or more, require more skill, require more ability, more skill, more credentials, more referrals, better people, higher level people that can vouch for you. Okay? Because they need to trust that you can deliver, and that comes from other people and other shows, other producers that have hired you that says, oh yeah, we had him do these 3 guest star roles at these 3 different networks. That gives that production company the confidence to know that, oh, well, they put their money on you and you did a good job, right? So they can be confident that you can handle a guest star. Okay? Then what about a recurring? So now, who has put their money on you for a recurring, right? Well, you have had, just this last job. Even though you were on a stunt contract, you were recurring on multiple episodes. So that can be also used, even though it's not an equal credit when it comes to an acting recurring role. It does show that you have much more credibility than a day player. So that can help with casting. Okay. Even though it's not the same, right? It's not an equal credit. So that's where being better is really important. And then going after those opportunities, it's just a long shot when you haven't done it, when you haven't proven yourself. Now that you've proven yourself, okay, then you have to highlight those things, those aspects. Your reps need to highlight who you've worked for. I don't know what their pitch is. I don't know how they sell you, but they need to be utilizing these connections that you have, right? What Javier Bardem said, like that, he gave you a quote, he gave you a testimonial. I mean, how amazing is that? So those things carry weight with casting and producers and directors and networks in order to build yourself until you have the official credits. Okay?
So, since I've been a recurring on shows on a stunt contract, it's still important for me to highlight that for casting. And highlight it and let my agent know so my agent can highlight that for casting.
Also, so how do you highlight yourself to casting? So in your slate, when casting asks you questions, right, you talk about your action, right? Tell us a little bit about your stunt experience or stunt acting experience, or tell us about your martial art background. This is where you can slip it into your pitch, right? And I did a great job on this show, or this coordinator sent me to casting, and I wound up doing 3 episodes with these big actors on this show. You don't have to highlight the fact that it was on a stunt contract, but you do need to be forthright in letting them know that it was on a stunt contract. Or you can say it was a recurring stunt role where they brought you back for 3 episodes.
Okay.
So it's not disingenuous, it's telling the facts, but it shows just by saying that, the nature of the credit shows that, oh, that was not a one-time thing, right? 3 episodes, that's recurring. And what did it take for you to do that job, right? That's what we know. Oh, then you were good enough, and better than the people they chose for the day playing roles to bring you back and bring you back and bring you back, right? And that's a larger role, right? It's like all the guys in John Wick that they're there throughout the whole movie, right? And those are stunt acting roles, but they're essentially like supporting roles, right? Because there's who was it? Ruby Rose didn't speak. She had no lines. Which one was it? 2 or 3? Wick?
Yeah.
2. And as an actor, she got cast in it was a lead role, like it was the lead bad guy's right hand assassin. No lines. And stunt people get those types of roles. It's just they're on a stunt contract versus an acting contract, and now that's starting to change. Many of them are getting them on. They're able to get the acting contract. So you know the industry is changing very quickly, and because stunts is being pushed for an Oscar category, it is an exciting time with lots of potential and possibilities. The industry is looking at action-oriented performers in a different way now. It's much more prestigious, much more valuable. It hasn't changed 100%, obviously, but the days of treating stunt people like second-class citizens, like go away, right? Those days are numbered. You won't, productions, producers, they will not be able to continue to treat second unit teams in the same way they did before. Because now the industry is going to stand behind the stunt performers, just like the actors. I mean, Ki Hui Kwan at the Love Hurst premiere said, I'm going to take a moment right now in the beginning of his speech to the audience, said, I posted it, I'm going to take a moment to take the spotlight off myself, and I want to shine this on my second unit team, right? And he said, Chan, Fong, and Cha, his fight choreographer, second unit director, stunt coordinators, because that's where the action came from, right? And that's how they were able to do this incredible stuff. And so, he was so grateful, and he took a moment to spotlight them, where in hindsight, he did that. He did not spotlight any of the other actors. Now, I'm not saying that he had a reason to not highlight them, but I mean, not even his co-star. It was like, it's a moment right now, and that's the point. It's a moment where the industry is now shining a light on stunt performers and second unit teams, where the recognition just was never like this before. So it's a great opportunity to take advantage of it. Why? Because you earned it, Freddie. Been doing this for 19 years, and people are taking notice. Good. Use it. Okay?
All right.
So then, how do you work towards the weekly contracts? So what do you need to do now? What actions can you take?
Well, I need to work on my pitch and make sure I highlight that I've been put on weekly contracts already, and that I've been a reoccurring.
What can you say? So let me give you an example. If you tell people you're a stunt performer, what are they going to tell other people about you?
That I'm a stunt performer.
If you say you're a stunt actor, what are they going to say about you?
That I'm a stunt actor.
If you tell people that you're a comedic actor and you do your own action, what do you think they're going to say about you?
That I'm a comedic actor that can do his own action.
Okay. So, are you a day player? Are you a weekly contract performer? Are you a recurring performer? What are you? Whatever you say is what people are going to say. Whatever you say is what people are going to think. Right? Well, in essence, what are you?
I'm a recurring comedic actor that can do his own action.
Okay, and so when you talk about the types of jobs that you're doing now, it doesn't matter that you used to do these day playing roles. Doesn't mean that you won't do a day playing role, right? But what level have you transcended to? What level have you worked up to? I mean, you're with A-listers, Freddie, consistently now over the last year, okay? So what are you? You're an actor who's consistently working with A-listers. Like, you're in the scenes with them. Like, you have the proof, or you will have the proof. Okay?
Yeah.
Academy Award winner and other A-list stars.
Yeah.
Many people book guest star and recurring roles, but they are not acting with A-listers. Like, you got to understand that. there are a lot of actors who they have tons of guest star credits, or they're recurring, or they're the lead on their own show, but they're not an A-lister. They're the best actor on their show, right? But they're not acting with Golden Globe, BAFTA, SAG Award winning, Emmy winning, Academy Award winning actors. You are. Like, you gotta you gotta understand this. Okay?
Yeah.
Please?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because otherwise you're going to fall to the level of the contract that you're on, the money that you're making, and those two things do not have any indication of what your potential is and who you're working with. Because working with Javier Bardem has nothing to do with how much you got paid. Like, would someone pay for the opportunity to do a scene with Javier Bardem?
Absolutely. Totally.
I mean, if one could pay, how much do you think one would pay to be in a movie and do a scene with an Academy Award winning actor?
Right.
That would go for millions. And they're billionaires that they don't care. They put 20 million, 50 million into a movie just because, they want to like show up and have a walk-on role and just be seen. Or to say that they produced a movie. But to have dialogue, to like do a scene with an Academy Award winning actor, oh my God, if you could pay for that, but you can't. You cannot. And you've done it. Okay? And many lead actors have not. Okay?
Right.
So do not discredit yourself by failing to highlight yourself and recognizing what you're doing and where these opportunities are coming from. Okay?
Right.
Producers are trusting you. They're approving you. Why? Because of what you've done.
Well, now I've got work to do. I've got emails to send, and I've got to go work on this pitch. Those were. That's it. That's it for now. Like that's because now I feel like I need to rearrange my schedule and prioritize. Really, just working on my language and how I pitch myself.
All these people that you've been working with that are on these call sheets, okay? Not the A-listers. They're other actors, okay? You never know what their situation is. You never know how desperate they are. You never know how much they're making, how much they're working, how much they're not working. But we all know that the state of the industry, that most actors, they're not working as much as stunt people. Stunt people work a lot more. There's more stunt people than there are actors on a typical show, right? So many of these actors who have big credits and they have done big things, they have all been out of work. So many actors, they just want to work. They want to be included. They want to be part of the conversation. They want to be valued. This is where their confidence comes from. Oh, somebody wants me to take a look at a script? Sure. What else do I have to do? Oh, somebody wants me to be involved in a little short film project or a little skit? Now is the time to go through those call sheets and connect with all of those actors that maybe have some really good credits, that have been working and have a lot of credibility that you can tap into and collaborate with, that maybe during another time when it's really busy, you could never get their attention. But many people now, they're just looking for stuff to do. And especially with the fires and the state of starting this year in the way that it started, I mean, people are starving for connection and collaboration and attention, and it's just good. It's good to be around, creatives that are wanting to do work. Okay?
Okay.
So you got to really look at your time and your schedule and make sure that you don't keep taking on all of these action projects and volunteering and helping so much when, you know, everything you say yes to, you say no to everything else, then what about reaching out to these actors that you've worked with? What about you? You got to be selfish in this way. Protect your time. Otherwise, you're going to do a bunch of stuff like you did before, right? That didn't help you grow. When you were trying to get out of doing all those freebie, lower budget stuff, right? But you've transcended to another level. But don't repeat the same mistake of doing a bunch of stuff now that isn't going to help you versus doing the right stuff that is going to help you. Getting to those new circles. Collaborate with better people. Okay? Because when you want your agent to pitch you harder and to pitch you more and get you into better rooms, and you have better footage because you did some scenes, you did some projects with these other actors, that's going to be great ammunition for your reps.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Awesome. Great.
So make a list. I want to see that list. That's my request. You're going to make a list of all these actors on the call sheets. I mean, you should have a nice little list that you can reach out to. And even people you didn't actually work with. mean like you weren't in the scenes with them. You can say, hey, we worked together. We worked on the same show. Our scenes were separate, but I just wanted to reach out. Hey, I've got this. Hey, I'm looking to collaborate. Right? I'm looking to just, put some work on its feet. Right? Exercise the muscles, right? Especially during this time. Hey, if you're down, would love to just connect. Jump on a call, meet for coffee, whatever. Okay?
Okay.
Reach out, and connect. You're on a different level, Freddie.
Yeah.
Okay? Reaching out to the people that are not on those call sheets is not a priority. Reaching out to more action people, unless they're like, top action people, that's not the priority. You want to get better jobs on the acting side, you need to connect with those people.
Yeah.
And have better work to show from it. So while you're waiting for the footage to come out, get it going.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Yeah, now my head is spinning with ideas. So I'm gonna I will follow up with you after this call. Just send a list of names. But there are a couple of huge names that are,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
And ideas of ways I can connect with these people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Okay.